Hey guys, I got my long sleeves on, long pants, long socks for the poison ivy area of the yard. And I'm cutting down some cypress branches here because today I'm planting blueberry bushes. So cypress leaves have a lot of acid in the soil, and if you actually look around at the soil here, you see that there are very few things growing below them. If we go back a little farther into the deciduous area, there's a lot of ground cover growing underneath the other plants. But the evergreens produce a lot of acid, which the blueberries actually like. And so rather than having to go out and purchase hardwood mulch, you can use what you have in your yard. We didn't need these trees in this area, so we're going to use what we got to use as a mulch for the blueberries. So we're loading these up over here. We have a rabbit eye blueberry bush that we're planting today and a high bush blueberry, both of which grow very well in the Piedmont of North Carolina. And we've got a site with a lot of sun. We've grabbed some topsoil and we've already put it down that we gathered from the woods over there that we won't be using. And then we've got some organic mushroom compost that we're going to use, and then we'll mulch on top with the cypress. We've actually got to mix that compost in, so I'm going to go grab a shovel. Now we're going to mix the compost in so that it mixes with the local soil. Even have a little pine cone in there. So now we're going to actually put a large amount of water into the hole before we even put the blueberry plant in. We know that all of this water is going to be immediately surround the roots. So we want this water to feed the plant not just in the first few days, but in the first few months. So we'll dip our blueberry bush in the water, and then you can see that the roots are wrapped around the edge. So now what we can do is just very gently just ask the plant to send its roots out. It's no longer in a plastic container. It's going to be very happy. So we'll pull the roots out a little bit. And we'll put the plant down in and bring some of the soil around. And we've sort of created a cup for the blueberry bush to sit in. Now, we've raised the level of the soil above the ground. I've brought in extra topsoil from the yard over there and mixed it in with the local soil. But we raised it up over the ground. Now, this area actually is at the bottom of a hill, so the water, it gets waterlogged at times, so we want the top of the blueberry plant to actually be out of the water all the time, but it can send its roots down if it wants into the soil that stays wet. So the last thing we're going to do is to take these cypress branches that have a lot of acid that the blueberries like and a lot of organic matter that the blueberry bushes can eat. And we're going to use them as mulch. So we didn't have to go purchase mulch. Mulch didn't have to be delivered. We used a resource that we had right here in the yard. And that's one of the most important things you can do as a gardener. You can see that we've done this with the blackberry canes that we've planted along here. We use not only the cypress mulch, but also mulch from other plants that were unwanted in the garden. So we've planted one high bush and one rabbit eye blueberry here. We've used local soil. We've mixed it with compost. We've acidified the soil by using a local cypress mulch just on the other side of the yard. And let's take a look over on the other side of the yard to see where we've done that with a few other blueberry bushes.